Hey guys, as you can see, this video is going to be a brow tutorial. I decided to do an updated brow tutorial, being that my other brow tutorials are a bit old. But like I said, it's pretty much the same thing in the same way I've been doing my brows since I started doing my brows. But I get a lot of questions and people want to know, you know, how do I do my brows? So I figured, why not go into the new year with an updated brow tutorial. So, and throughout this video, I will be showing you guys what it is that I'm using for my brows. And I really hope I'm in focus, because, I don't know, this camera, like when you try and be up close and personal, it does not work. And as you can see, my brows are not done. They are not plucked. They are not tweezed. They are even barely there. So, I'm going to go in with my Becca primer. And I'm going to first prime my brows. And this right here will allow my brows to stay on all day. And it actually really works. They stay on like all day. I used the Becca primer. I purchased the Becca primer and I did not like it at all, for the simple fact it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So yeah, I figured I'd use it for something, because it costs way too much money, like way too much money. And I'm just going to rub this on my brow to smooth my brow down. And it's going to dry and it's going to get tacky, and it's going to be a little sticky. That way the product will adhere to the primer itself. And by the way, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like, don't be alarmed about the white film, because we're going to clean that up as well. So now I'm going to go in with my pencil. And what I do is I start at the very corner of where I want my brow to begin, which is right here, as you can see. And I'm just going to follow the natural shape of my brow, like so. Alright, so now that I have my arch and my bottom line where I want it to be, I'm going to go right on top, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm just going to follow my natural arch. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Like so. You see? And I just did the same exact thing as I did to the bottom brow. And that's how it should look at the end. And then what I do is I just go in and I just fill everything in. And see, what I do is I leave the front portion of my brow not filled in. And this is because once we get to brush the product in, we're going to sweep the product outward. And that way it won't give you that very harsh, boxy look in the front. So that's why I left that space there in the front of my brow. So, and I know it may look a little harsh right now, but we're going to fix all of that good stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm just going to brush out the product. And I'm going to take my spoolie, I'm going in the opposite direction to bring that product outward. Like so. And I'm just going to brush that product out a little bit more. And this is what smooths out that harsh look, so to speak. Like so. And as you can see the difference between my brows, like you see the difference. I'm like, girl, where your brows went, girl? So yeah, you can see the difference between the two brows. Yeah. That one and then that one. Alright, so now it's time to go in and clean my brow up. And I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Nothing has changed with this, and I don't see anything changing with it at all in the future. And I'm going to take my small flat brush, and we're going to go in and clean up this brow because it's not cute like this. Alright. And so now I'm going to go ahead and take some of this concealer and start to clean up my brow. And then you want to make sure you get some more of the product, and you want to connect that line so that it's easier to blend out. And you don't have to use this much product, guys. I'm just doing this for the sake of the video to make sure that you guys see exactly, you know, what's going on. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush, or just any brush, or your finger, whatever works for you, and I'm just going to blend that out at the bottom. And please don't be alarmed. Like, people like to come for you when your eyebrows look like this. But what they don't understand is that you're going to go back and you're going to put eyeshadow on. You're going to go back and put foundation on. You're going to go back and put all this stuff on that's going to cover all of that, so it's not going to have that ghostly look. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So, now I'm going to go on top of my brow and start to carve that out. And I don't put it directly on the line above my brow. I give it a little space in between so that I can go in and actually carve it out myself. You see how I have like a space in between my brow and the product up top, because I want to go in and be able to carve it out myself, and I don't want it too close. And so I take some of the product and I brush it upwards so that it won't be a lot close to my brow, because I can't afford any mistakes. You get what I'm saying? Like so. Then a lot of people like keep their brush flat and outline their brow. I don't. I actually go and I put it this way, and it gives me a better guide, and it gives me a more crisp line at the top of my brow to go ahead and carve it out. So and see, it gives me a better crisp, sharper line up top. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I use for my bottom brow, and I'm just going to blend that color out. And see, the higher you put that product up towards your forehead area, it makes it easier for it to blend out around the actual brow and not have that really ghostly look around the eye and too much product around the eyebrow. So and there, you see, it's like a major difference in my other brow. This is like, girl, bye. So yeah, and then just make sure that you have everything blended out, and you know, like so. And then I take my brush and then I go back and I kind of just blend out the front a little bit more, because I know it's some of that concealer on there, which will help fade the front of my brow. There's before and there's the after. Like, girl, do your thing. So that is that is it for my brow tutorial, and I hope you guys find this very, very helpful, and I hope you like it.